Welcome to another exciting Microsoft Flight Simulator video. In this video, we are taking a look at handcrafted and default airports, taking a quick glance at the major differences between both of them. Welcome to another exciting Microsoft Flight Simulator video. In these videos, we are covering 18 days of flight sim content for this new sim. You've been asking many questions in the comments of some of our videos what you want to see with this new sim. Content each day answering your questions ranging from handcrafted airports, crash mechanics tutorials, and more. So hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to see when our next Microsoft Flight Simulator video is released. Welcome to Charles de Gaulle Airport. This is one of the largest handcrafted airports within a Microsoft Flight Simulator. We'll take a quick look around the airport and check out the level of detail and compare it with Heathrow, which is a default airport in a Microsoft Flight Simulator. There are 80 airports in the sim that have had a little more attention than others. These were selected by most played or the busiest airports. Charles de Gaulle is a part of the top category out of these 80 airports, and it is classed as an iconic airport within the sim. Therefore, it has been handcrafted. At these iconic airports, the team have in some cases terraformed the landscapes, but most like this one have been created with unique buildings and props to match the reality of the airport. You can really see that here. The airport is very close to real life, and the airport life is on display, and it makes the airport feel alive, arriving and departing from the gate. Moving on to our first default airport, which is Heathrow. The first thing I would say, remember these are default airports, and in my opinion, some will look better than others. But all the 37,000 plus airports in the sim, including the default airports, all have had improvements to the boundaries and markings of the runways, the taxiways, and the aprons. These airports, such as Heathrow, are a great canvas for the third-party devs to play with. In my opinion, it is really the handcrafted buildings just need to be added. The rest of the airports look pretty good. So we've been saying that, let's jump over to a mid-size airport and we'll go and visit Queenstown Airport in New Zealand. Welcome to Queenstown, New Zealand. Queenstown is a great mid-size airport that receives a lot of small airliner traffic, such as the Boeing 737 and the A32021. As you can see, this is another iconic handcrafted airport, and the terminal, car park, aprons, and everything in between has been handcrafted or hand-placed in the sim. Some of the surrounding areas look like they have been touched up as well, featuring a big yellow crane in the background. Moving back from the terminal out to the runway, you can see that the 3D vegetation, taxiways, and markings are close to the quality of the default airports, maybe slightly higher. So let's compare that mid-size airport to this one, which is Cardiff in the UK, which is a mid-size airport in a very beautiful part of the world. As you can see, there's nothing handcrafted about the terminal here, but within saying that, we've had worse in other sims. You'll find most of the airport vehicles are working here, and it does give you that hustle and bustle feel of an airport. Again, the runway and the taxiway areas are looking good and at to a high standard. And finally, let's take a look at a small iconic handcrafted airport, Courchevel. Yes, this is definitely an iconic airport in the world, nested up high in the alpine areas of France with its famous slope runways. Courchevel is definitely showcasing its hand-placed and handcrafted buildings all the way to its famous hangar clock and airport name right in front of the hangar. Awesome detail. This would have to be one of the best re-editions of Courchevel I have seen in any sim. By the looks of it, they would have to done some terraforming to really get the surrounding areas to look like this is the way it should be in real life. And remember, when you're landing at Courchevel, there's no going around. Ocean County L52 is a great comparison of a small default airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've completed plenty of takeoffs and landing at this airport in other sims. Some of the hangars are missing from this default version, and the the caravan park right beside the airport has been replaced with a car park. With in saying that, L52 has a bunch of airport vehicles, and the airport, again, the runways, the textures, the markings, and the 3D vegetations are better than most payware airports in other sims, in my opinion. I hope this gives you a glimpse of the comparison between handcrafted and default airports. The flight sim is full of surprises, and you'll find many diamonds in the rough. You just got to get out there and explore. This video is part of our 18 days of Flight Sim preview build coverage. You've been asking many questions in the comments on some of our videos of what you want to know with this new sim. Content each day answering questions ranging from handcrafted airports as a video like this one, crash mechanics tutorials, and more. So hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to see when our next Microsoft video is released. I'm going to leave you with one of my other favorite Microsoft Flight Simulator videos here. Why don't you check that one out, and I'll see you over there.